Now's that eerie hour just before sunrise. When the mist hangs low, the forest holds its breath, and the wild boars emerge. Hungry, restless, and dangerously alert. You can almost feel their energy, that primal readiness to charge if anything dares stand in their way. And when they start creeping too close to the village, that's when we move. Because this isn't just a hunt, it's a duty to protect, to defend, and to face the kind of danger that doesn't give second chances. By 5 a.m., the growl of the engine broke through the silence as we rolled toward the Vasquez forest. Every man on the team was tense, but focused. We knew what we were walking into. One mistake out here, and you don't get to make another. As we took our positions, eyes darted across every shifting shadow. Then, out of nowhere, a sound. Faint, sharp, unnatural. My finger tightened on the trigger. The next second, a massive shape burst through the brush. Boom. One shot split the air. The beast dropped instantly. That first takedown set the tone. This wasn't going to be easy, but we were ready. As we pushed deeper, the forest seemed alive, branches snapping, leaves crunching, distant snorts cutting through the silence. The smell hit first. They were close, then movement, quick, low, powerful, wild boars, several of them, rushing out from the thick brush. I raised my rifle, one shot, then another. Each echo bounced off the trees like thunder. When the dust settled, the forest floor was still. For now, we'd reclaimed this part of the woods. Meanwhile, on the eastern side, Nick's radio crackled to life. A herd was on the move, storming through the undergrowth like an avalanche. Without hesitation, he locked in and fired. The first few went down instantly. The rest tried to scatter, but we'd already set up checkpoints, ready for this exact moment. Every route they tried led them straight into another ambush. Flawless coordination. No chaos, no panic, just precision and teamwork. Hours later, deeper in the forest, the silence felt heavy. I paused, every sense stretched to its limit. Then, there it was. A flicker of movement in the corner of my scope. I steadied my breath. One smooth squeeze of the trigger, and the shot landed perfectly. Out here, calm isn't just an advantage, it's survival. As the hunt went on, reports kept coming in. Herds spotted, threats neutralized, areas cleared. By nightfall, peace had returned. The villagers could finally rest easy, knowing the danger lurking in the forest had been pushed back once again. But the battle doesn't end here. Across Spain, millions of wild boars continue to wreak havoc, tearing through farmland, causing millions in damages, and threatening entire communities. Their numbers have exploded beyond control, now over 2 million. These aren't just pests anymore, they're invaders. So today Kevin and his team took the fight deep into Madrid's forests. No fancy words, just courage, grit, and precision. At dawn, the cold mist clung to every branch as they advanced in silence. Within minutes, Kevin spotted a lone boar creeping through the brush. He steadied his aim. One clean, controlled shot, and the creature dropped. A clean start, a warning to the rest. The team pressed on, through binoculars. A new target emerged, moving stealthily under the canopy. Kevin moved with calm precision, adjusting his angle, measuring every breath. One perfect shot, later, another beast down. Every bullet counted. Out here, hesitation isn't an option. Elsewhere, Jay was locked in position, hidden and silent. When his moment came, he didn't miss. One quick pull of the trigger, and it was over before the boar even realized what had happened. The forest fell silent again, eerie but peaceful. Then came the chaos. A herd broke through the clearing, storming the fields like thunder. Kevin and his team were ready. They moved fast, blocking every exit. A wave of firepower followed, each shot finding its mark. Within seconds, the field was clear. A clean sweep, no survivors. As daylight faded, the team prepared to head back. But fate had one last challenge. Jay caught movement in the tall grass, one final straggler. He raised his scope, focused, and fired. The echo faded, leaving only silence. The job was done, for now, but peace in these lands never lasts long. In the distance, the next threat was already brewing. Now jump to another battleground. Thomas and his crew. A strange sound broke through the forest that morning. Deep, guttural, and angry. It wasn't just noise. It was a warning. The wild boars were back, clawing, digging, tearing through the land like a plague. And Thomas, he wasn't backing down. He moved quietly, following tracks through the mist. Every step was slow, deliberate. Suddenly, movement. A boar, unaware it was being watched. One shot later, it was over. Perfect execution, but that was just the beginning. Moments later, a blur shot across his path, fast, unpredictable. Thomas barely had time to react. The gun cracked, and the beast went down hard. His tracker buzzed again, more movement ahead. He sprinted forward, scanning the thick brush, then another flash. Boom, one bullet, one clean hit. Meanwhile, James's team was sweeping the adjacent forest, ensuring not a single boar escaped. Through his binoculars, a target appeared, exposed and unaware. One steady pull, one quiet shot, and the job was done. Before long, the hunting dog's barks pierced the silence again. The team followed fast, closing in just as another wild boar burst through the trees. James fired, another perfect hit. By sunset, every hunter was exhausted, but satisfied. Each shot fired wasn't just about the hunt, it was about protecting families, crops and livelihoods. Across the US, especially in Texas and Florida, this war continues. Wild boars cause billions in damages every year. They destroy crops, poison water, and terrorize livestock. So when dawn broke over the icy Texas plains, our team was already moving. Every print in the snow told a story. Every sound demanded attention. The cold cut deep, but the adrenaline was stronger. When the first boar appeared through the mist, I steadied my rifle and fired. One clean hit. Silence returned, a perfect start. Elsewhere, John faced his own challenge. A charging boar, full speed, straight at him. In that split second, he didn't flinch. One shot, the beast fell just meters away. He exhaled hard, heart pounding, but he'd done it. David was next. Tracking through frozen terrain, he found his target hidden in the brush. Eye contact for a fraction of a second, then bang. The creature fell before it could bolt. Every shot today meant one less threat for the farmers, one more piece of land saved. By afternoon, we were deep in the forest, the toughest ground of all. One giant boar appeared, cautious and alert. I had one chance, I took it. The bullet hit perfectly. The monster dropped. The village was safe once again. Evening came, but the work wasn't done. Thomas was still out there, tracking one last lone boar near the village. When it appeared, he didn't hesitate. One final shot, clean and decisive. The day was over, we loaded into the trucks, engines humming softly against the night air. Every man was tired, but proud. These hunts aren't just about pulling a trigger, they're about protecting balance between man, nature, and survival itself. The fallen boars wouldn't go to waste. Some would feed the local communities that supported us, the rest processed for clean, quality meat. A victory shared, not just by the hunters, but by everyone who calls this land home. Tomorrow the hunt continues. Because out here, peace is earned, one shot at a time.